Hello, Eurovision fans. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. We have the running order for semifinals 1 and 2, and Eurovision World has also started publishing betting odds for the qualifying chances of the two semifinals. Today I'm talking about semifinal 1. Tomorrow I'm going to do semifinal 2. I'm going to look at the running order, talking about what I think this might mean, and then I will also update my prediction. Updating an update doesn't make any sense. My prediction from about a week ago, I probably did that a bit too soon, should have waited for the running order, but that gives me a chance to do another of these videos, which I love doing very, very much. I hope you noticed that. So before analyzing the running order, I'm not a big fan of interpreting a lot of stuff into the running order because I feel like it's kind of a sport for Eurovision fans to do that. Maybe because we don't have too much to talk about between the songs being revealed, all the songs having been revealed, and the actual rehearsals starting in May. So we talk about the running order. I think that the running order is not that important in general. Generally, I think that songs in the second half do have a better chance of qualifying, especially in an only televoter semifinal. There are just some psychological effects at play, I think, and also just the song being fresher in the memory of the audience. So the later, the better, I would say. I also think that it can be important what is around you. If something very similar to you and better than you is very close to you in a running order, that can also have a negative or positive effect on you. And then we also have to remember that the running order depends on the props being used, ad breaks, and one subscriber pointed out, which I find really, really good and true, that this is not a conspiracy. They're not trying to hurt one country and help another. I really don't believe that. What they want to do is make it work for the people having to put the props on stage and also make it a good TV show. So having said that, I'm still going to do a bit of analysis of the running order. What I think is also important to mention is that France, Germany, and Italy will be in the semifinal, voting in the semifinal. So that might be important for some of my predictions later on. So let's look at the running order, which you can see right here next to me on the screen. We have Norway starting the show, which I think is a great start to Eurovision. Until now, it's the biggest hit of all the entries. It's quite probable, I think, that Norway will qualify anyway. It doesn't really matter where you put them, just like Sweden, just like Finland, I think. So them opening the show is actually a really cool start to this year. Then in second place, we do have Malta. Some people have said that it might benefit, some of my subscribers have said that it might benefit for coming after Norway. I do not see that at all. I think it will come off quite repetitive and the energy will seem a bit less poignant coming right after Norway. So I do think that Malta is in real trouble. Then Serbia, when I looked at the recap video of the official channel, and this list is from the official channel as well, I really thought, wow, this seems a bit messy. I think that's because Malta and Latvia, the two songs coming right before and after it, are music video in that recap. And Serbia is not a music video, but I do think that it is hurt a bit by this running order, to be honest. However, we have to say that, you know, there's a big diaspora in Germany, in France, probably in a lot of the Scandinavian countries, in Switzerland. So I think it will be enough to qualify, but I do think they have to work on streamlining that performance and his vocals, improving his vocals a little bit. Then in fourth place, I'm a bit sad that they put Latvia in that spot because I do think that makes it harder for them to qualify, a little bit at least. Putting Latvia and Serbia together is quite interesting because they have quite a similar theme, being asleep, not wanting to wake up, and the other one having your loved one next to you, trying to not wake them up so they don't see the mess the world has become. Quite interesting. And there's another couple later on where they did kind of the same thing. I don't know whether intentionally or by accident, but yeah, Latvia could be in a bit of trouble. I think they were in trouble before that anyway. Then Portugal, two of my favorite songs in that semifinal, Latvia and Portugal, very different Portugal might be helped by being sandwiched between two bands, Latvia and Ireland, as you can see. It's a very distinct song, very different. Spain is not in that semi-final, but they have France, they have Switzerland with a lot of diaspora votes. But I'm kind of worried, really worried that the public and the audience will kind of forget about Portugal until the end of the show. I think that's a real possibility, and I really don't want that to happen. I really hope they qualify, but I'm not that sure. Ireland, people say they got a really good spot, 6th place in the first half. People thought that they would start or be the beginning of the show, but I do like Norway more as a beginner. It's just more of an oomph start. And Ireland, I don't think will qualify even with this good spot because, as I said, I don't think the running order is that important. If you don't have an impactful song, you can be anywhere in the running order and you will not qualify, even if you have the best slot. If you're a bit borderline, then it can make a difference. But Ireland for me is not a borderliner, so I don't think it will change all too much. Croatia definitely will qualify. It doesn't matter where they are in the running order. They will do it because of their fan base, because of being a crazy performance that people will remember and will notice. Now, that's the other couple I was talking about. Croatia is an anti-war song, and Switzerland is also an anti-war song, in a way. Very different ways of expressing that feeling. And people are saying that Switzerland has gotten a really bad deal with this slot in the running order. I do think that coming after this really crazy, really strange performance from Croatia, which a lot of people will not understand. Everyone who's seen my video explaining it will understand, but that's only 100,000 people, and the other ones will not. They might feel Switzerland being like a break to breathe. Now, that's both positive because it could stand out as something like an island in the craziness after Croatia, but it could also mean that people are still thinking about Croatia when Switzerland comes on. So, yeah, I don't know. Could be either one. Most people seem to think, also my subscribers, that Switzerland was hurt. I'm not 100% sure. Let's go to the second half. Israel, that's another crazy one. So Switzerland is kind of sandwiched between two crazy, messy songs that don't really follow a pattern that people are used to. So again, I think actually that might help Switzerland. Then you have Moldova, very high intensity again. Then you have Sweden. There's probably a break before Sweden because they are expecting to bring their big LED thing that is hovering above Loreen to Liverpool. So you need probably an ad break to set that up. And then you have Azerbaijan after that. And here I think that is just because of the prop, because you have to get rid of the prop from the stage. And Azerbaijan is probably going to be quite a simple performance, just the two of them. You need two mics and their guitars. So it makes sense to put Azerbaijan after Sweden. Sweden qualifies from anywhere. Azerbaijan, I cannot see this qualifying, especially from a semifinal like this, which is really high quality, really a lot of songs that are impactful in different ways, and Azerbaijan just isn't. So I don't think Azerbaijan will make it. Then we have Czechia. It's the same artistic team as with Domi. We Are Domi last year, and the staging was really, really great for that one. So I'm expecting something good. I was a bit worried about the staging because I didn't like the national final performance that much, but I do think they will come up with something really great and memorable. Then you have the Netherlands. I think they have gotten quite a good draw because they come right after Czechia, which is a bit weird in a way, and right before Finland, which is craziness, great craziness, but it's craziness. And so the Netherlands might come across as a bit calming. Now thinking about it, the harmonies in Czechia make much more sense than the harmonies in the Netherlands in that duet. So yeah, that might hurt them a little bit, but I don't think too much. Let me check whether I forgot saying anything. No, I think I said everything. So that means next up, I want to update my prediction I did about a week ago, now that we know the running order. this is my prediction from a week ago. There are certain things that I'm not going to change. Sweden is the most sure qualifier. As I said, it doesn't matter from what slot it will perform, it will qualify. Finland, I could have probably put it a bit higher now because it's last and will be the most remembered song. Croatia, I'm not going to change. However, what I will change is put Norway above Croatia, because I do think being the opener gives you that little bit more of memorability. People will compare your song to all the other songs, and I do think that Norway stands quite a good chance to win most of these comparisons, especially as the other favorites, Sweden and Finland, come much later. So I do think that Norway's chances have improved a little bit. Then the next thing I would do is lower Serbia a little bit. It's now, to me, a bit borderline. If this wasn't Serbia and didn't have all the diaspora support and Croatia, I think I would think that this might not be able to qualify, because people might not understand what the performance is about, might be a bit too messy for them. I mean, I don't know how the performance will be like during Eurovision week. That's why I'm updating this prediction during Eurovision week as well. But yeah, not sure. Lowering Serbia a little bit. Even if it's Serbia, it could be a bit of a borderliner, I think. Then I'll do that again, so just so you see what happened. I am switching Azerbaijan and Ireland. Ireland was my sure least likely qualifier, and I'm putting Azerbaijan in that place because Ireland got a pretty okay draw. I still don't think they will qualify, but Azerbaijan seems like the most likely non-qualifier to me. By the way, I didn't say that. The closer a flag is to the top, the more likely I think the country will qualify. The closer it is to the bottom, the more likely I think it will not qualify. Let's see what else I have changed. Latvia, I have lowered a bit. I do think that slot number 4 is not that great. It doesn't have a great track record of helping countries that perform in slot number 4 qualify. And Latvia now has Ireland coming after it. It is the better song, but televoters might remember Ireland a bit more, even though it's not the better song. Not sure, but I do think that Latvia is in a lot of trouble. Please vote for Latvia because I need it in the final. This is a prediction. This is not my top 15. I have to say that. Latvia would be much higher if it were. Now, the next thing I would change is switch Portugal and the Netherlands. Again, I need Portugal in the final. I really hope they do it, but it's a very strong semifinal and 5 songs have to be out. And after seeing the running order and listening to the songs in the running order, I do think that the Netherlands, coming right after Czechia and before Finland, have gotten a pretty good deal. I think they will have a good staging. And Portugal, it's in slot number 5. So yeah, I'm a bit worried about that. Also because Spain is not in it. But then again, Portuguese diaspora is quite strong in France and Switzerland. So in Germany, probably also Italy might understand this song. The Balkans might understand this song. So I really hope it does qualify. Next thing I changed is putting Moldova a bit higher. This has not a lot to do with the running order, to be honest. It's more that I have gotten into the song a bit more. And I do think with Moldova's track record of getting the staging right, this could do much, much better than people imagine. I think it will qualify and do quite well in the final. This has a bit of a Schum feeling, of a traditional feeling, but it's still very accessible and could take a lot of votes away from Spain, actually, because I do think they are quite similar in their approach to what they're doing. So yeah, I think Moldova is more likely to qualify now. Then I'm lowering Malta because second spot is just not good for them, especially because they are after Norway. As I said, Norway is full of energy. She has great charisma. He does too, but Malta is a bit more repetitive and has less energy, so I do think it's less likely. Then I'm lowering Switzerland just a tad. I do think actually that the Netherlands and Switzerland will both qualify. People seem to be putting them against each other, saying it's either one or the other. I don't see that so much because I think they're appealing to two quite different demographics in a way. And Switzerland's voice is just very impactful, and the Netherlands have a good running order spot. So I do think they will get in, both of them. But Switzerland, die Schweiz, I almost said, Switzerland is a bit more in trouble than the Netherlands, I do think. Then, is there something else? No, that is my prediction. I'm going back, sorry. This is my full prediction for Semi 1 now. So my non-qualifiers at this point would be Azerbaijan, Ireland, Latvia, Malta, and probably Portugal. But I don't want that to happen, so please vote for Portugal too. We have to lose one or two. I really don't want to lose Portugal or Latvia, but I'm scared that this might be what is actually going to happen. Yeah. So next, here are the odds right at this moment. I didn't have a close look at them before. Finland, Sweden, Norway, all three have 94% qualifying chance. Israel has 90%, Czechia 86%, Serbia 78%, Switzerland 77%. That's quite high, I think. I do think they're a bit borderline. Moldova, I kind of agree with that, 77%. Croatia should be higher, I think. I'm 98% sure that they will actually qualify. And then the Netherlands at 70%. So the odds think that the Netherlands are in more trouble than Switzerland. Interesting. Israel, really high. I'm not sure. I don't know. It will have an impactful staging. I do think that. She's a great performer, but the song is just so messy and ends so abruptly that I'm not sure whether it will actually be this high in the semifinal. Yeah. Well, this is my prediction. Let me know. I've been rambling a bit. Sorry for that. Let me know in the comments what you think. Who will qualify? Who won't qualify? Who's impacted by the running order? Thank you so much for your comments in the community tab, which have helped me quite a lot to prepare for this video. And please subscribe to this channel. Tomorrow I'll be doing semifinal 2. And there is lots of other content as song battles, reviews of the 2023 songs, lots of things coming up as well. I'm really excited, videos on Eurovision history. So please subscribe and come back to look at and watch my next video. Bye-bye.